Here we are, continuing. This is episode 64 of 999 Zero Escape. We just accused Ace of killing, quote-unquote, Snake. Something that I initially thought and then didn't think and then thought again.
The person with the number 2 bracelet attended the game 9 years ago. It was planned by the following 4 people. Cradle Pharmaceuticals CEO Gentaro Hongo.
Which is Ace.
What is this?
Slowly, Santa looked up from the paper. His eyes met Junpei's.
It's the message from Zero. It was in the safe in the first class cabin.
Then suddenly...
Give me a break!
Ooh. Ace's face was red and shaking, and his voice was full of fury tinged with desperation.
That paper is a lie! Someone is trying to frame me!
Me. You said me, right?
Ah! Junpei's eyes narrowed, and the trap began to close. Ace inhaled sharply. His eyes flickered off to Junpei, to something, anything else.
Wouldn't that mean
That's your name,
you're
isn't it?
admitting you're Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals? Or am I mistaken?
It was as though a switch had been flipped. The color drained from Ace's face, and he realized what he'd done. His eyes went wide.
Very well. I admit that much. I am certainly the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceutical, Gentaro Hongo.
And then we just need Lotus to confirm
So what if I am?
something? Or no, 7.
I don't know anything about this nonary game that supposedly took place 9 years ago.
No, that's wrong!
Everything on that scrap of paper is bullshit. Someone is trying to set me up, you see? First of all...
Ace stammered as he tried desperately to work himself to a more tenable position.
Junpei,
Tenable.
you're claiming I did this all by myself. Think that over, all right? How could I have killed Snake all by myself?
Not Snake. It was Guy X.
I don't care who it was. You said the killer put this other man into door 3, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yep.
Then I couldn't have possibly done that alone. I couldn't have opened door 3 with only myself and Guy X.
Uh-huh.
Nope. You could have.
The 9th man.
Huh?
Or the 0th man.
Huh?
Captain.
What?
Ace's face was tight and his teeth were clenched. Junpei fixed him with a level stare. The trap was about to close.
Actually, Ace, when you were unconscious, I took something from you.
Ah.
Remember when you were injected with that anesthetic and fell asleep in the big hospital room?
And he's gonna be like, I took the bracelet. And he's like, what bracelet?
Yeah, back then, I took this.
Junpei put his hand into his pocket.
No! You couldn't have!
Ah! Massive bluff. Ace's right hand moved. Junpei smiled.
I got you, Ace. Your right hand there tells me all I needed to know. You want to tell me what you were so worried about? What's in your pocket? It's the number 9 bracelet, isn't it?
Ooh. Junpei is bloody
Ace,
smart.
Guy X, and the 9th man's bracelet.
1, 2, 9.
That was all you needed to open door 3.
12. 1, 2, 3.
That's how you killed Guy X all by yourself, Ace. All you needed was the number 9 bracelet in your chest pocket.
Ace lowered his hand from where it had stopped, halfway to his pocket. He looked down at the floor, his face hidden from Junpei. All he could see was the corner of Ace's mouth, twitching like a dying fish.
If you want to play innocent, that's fine by me. Go ahead, tell me. I don't have the bracelet, if that's what you want to do. But if you could take off your coat and hand it to me, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, we'll have to take it from you by force.
Ooh.
Right, 7?
Yeah, it'd be my pleasure.
7 cracked his knuckles with a sound like gunfire. Ace? Oh my god, he's gone full insane. He's gone Nagito. Ace roared with laughter. He threw his arms wide and his head back and laughed, filling the room with a sound that scarcely belonged there. He's actually gone Nagito, and it stopped. His arms came down, and his head dropped to look straight ahead at Junpei. Oh no. His face was flat and cold, devoid of any emotion.
Well done, Junpei.
Oh no.
As you so correctly deduced, I have the number 9 bracelet. bracelet.
Uh-huh.
I retrieved it while we were searching for the missing hardware for the red.
Of course you did.
I left the room I was supposed to search and headed to the first-class cabin on B deck.
Oh god, if he's confessing, then he's gonna kill us. His voice showed no emotion, no sense of remorse or interest. He was almost bored. So he was reciting an especially dull corporate letter.
My purpose was to obtain the number 9 bracelet. 9 is a potent ally in the nonary.
Uh-huh.
Adding 9 to any set of numbers won't alter the digital root.
That's it. 1 plus 9 is 10 equals 1. Yep.
As you can see, 9 is a very useful number here.
Did
With
he-
it, one can go anywhere. With anyone.
Not with anyone, but did he trick the 9th man?
It is, I suppose you could say, a game changer.
Did he tell the 9th man, like, oh hey, just go in this room?
So I made for the first-class cabin to obtain it. In mere moments, I successfully acquired the number 9 bracelet. There was also an unexpected bonus. The knife the 9th man had used.
What? Oh. Oh! To take Clover
I quickly
hostage.
pocketed both of them and left.
Oh.
I made my way back to where I was expected to be. That's when I ran into Snake.
Huh.
Well, this guy X, actually. I spotted him ahead of me. He
How
was
cute,
heading
though.
for the large hospital room and hadn't noticed me. The man wearing Snake's clothes arrived at door 3. When he stopped, I walked up behind him and called out, "Snake." He turned around.
That is very interesting.
He said nothing. His mouth simply hung half open.
Is he a mummy? of
He
sorts?
seemed dazed somehow, almost like a man half asleep.
Yeah. Was he someone resurrected?
Perhaps he had been drugged. It wasn't important. I tend to gloss over little things like that.
Uh-huh. And that's how you
I
got away
was
with it.
certain that man was Snake. I knew Snake had taken part in the nonary game 9 years ago. Being blind, it made sense that he didn't recognize me immediately upon our first meeting. But why then hadn't Snake said anything to me later? Surely he hadn't forgotten what had happened to him in the nonary game. But not once did he attempt to confront me. Did his lack of sight prevent him from fully recognizing who I was? Or perhaps Snake had conspired with Zero to deceive me. Regardless, he was a threat, and it was better to deal with him sooner rather than later. I had to get rid of him before he took action. With quick thinking, my plan went into motion immediately. I held the number 9 bracelet over the red. I waved my own bracelet in front of the red, and then grabbed Snake's arm and shoved his hand against the scanner panel. The door opened. I threw the man through it.
His eyes are open.
9 seconds later, the door shut.
Yeah, his eyes are open.
81 seconds passed.
Oh my. Man, inside the door passed away. We didn't really pass away. He kind of makes it sound peaceful.
After that, I returned to my post as though nothing had happened.
I'm thoroughly perplexed.
After conducting my own search, I returned to the large hospital room when the 1 a.m. bell rang.
Ace's eyes were cold, his cheeks were hollow and pallid. When he spoke, only his lips and tongue moved. The rest of his face was eerily still. Junpei glared at Ace. He took a deep breath, thought about the next question he had to ask. He didn't want to. He knew what the answer would be. He just didn't want to hear it. Junpei swallowed, and then spoke.
Ace, did you kill Clover?
Yes.
Oh god.
Why? Why did you kill her?
She knew.
She was Snake's sister. It was possible he had told her something dangerous. Additionally, she had gone through door 1. It seemed likely she might have found it.
Found what?
The ninth?
Why don't you go through door 1 yourself?
Oh god, which one's door 1? Is that the first door? Which is the... Well, we still went through this way, didn't we? Huh.
Perhaps it's hidden somewhere.
7 and Lotus interrupted.
Yeah, but Lotus and I went through door 1 too.
We didn't see anything suspicious.
Yes. I thought as much after I heard your report at the central stairs. I doubt the 2 of you could find it.
Hmm?
Huh?
But perhaps Clover was different. Perhaps she had found it.
The note.
I was, therefore, desperate to find her.
The captain.
And at last I did, in the first-class cabin.
Right. Yeah.
I spoke very calmly. Did you see it?
See what?
Don't act as if you don't understand. You were in the captain's quarters, weren't you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What are you talking about?
Very well. By the way, what are you doing here, Clover?
What? Nothing.
Oh, the note. That's it.
There's blood on your shoes. It looks fresh.
What?
Did you go take a look at the 9th man's corpse?
Oh.
I see. Your silence suggests that you noticed. You saw something, didn't you?
What?
You saw that his bracelet was gone.
Yeah.
No!
Clover ran. She made for the exit place on her way.
You aren't going anywhere.
He caught her by the collar as she passed and threw her to the floor hard.
You're staying here.
No!
She leapt back up and darted past him into the hallway. He swallowed at a run.
Don't you run, little girl.
He was faster. Oh my god.
That was how I killed Clover.
Jesus. His face hadn't changed. He felt guilt. If he had felt guilt, or remorse, or anything one might feel after taking the life of a human being, it didn't show.
You son of a bitch!
Seven's whole body trembled with rage. His voice rumbled with hate. Santa's eyes were bloodthirsty, and Lotus and June's face were distorted by anger and hatred. Ace looked at them and smiled. It was a cold, cruel thing, with no humor in it. It's very interesting. He shook his head and sighed.
I admit it. I've lost. I have lost. Completely and utterly. Don't misunderstand, Junpei. I didn't lose to you.
He lost to Snake or
I
Clover?
lost to Zero. Not you.
Huh.
I'm rather disgusted with myself for falling into such a simple trap.
Yeah, so is Zero Snake? And he's like repurposed the nonary games in order to trap the people who did the original nonary games.
I looked the fool. And
Quite
it was a
possibly.
trap. Make no mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I was trapped and manipulated by Zero. The man I killed in the shower room? If he wasn't Snake, then I have no idea who he was. But he was wearing Snake's clothes, and that was no coincidence. He had also been injected with something that reduced his cognition and prevented him from identifying himself or resisting me.
Huh.
And we can't forget the components that were removed from the red before we arrived. I have no doubt that Zero planned all of this. Zero made sure I would kill that man.
Huh.
It follows, of course, that Zero knew everything I would do. That I would try to take the number 9 bracelet. That I would try to kill Snake. Everything.
He's so predictable. Suddenly, Junpei remembered the paper he found in the safe. He remembered the last 2 words Zero had written on it. I must punish them for the innocent lives they sacrificed. This is the only warning they will receive. That innocent souls might be saved. I now state the truth. Zero. He remembered the other words he'd heard from Clover.
I think Zero is one of us.
It's Snake. Zero is Snake.
Huh?
One by one, Junpei looked at the 5 people standing in front of him. Ace. Not Zero. Santa. Possibly Zero. June. Highly doubted Zero. 7. Thought was Zero. Thought killed, but maybe not. Could be. 7 could be. Lotus.
Zero is one of us. No, wait. There's
Snake.
one more person.
Snake. Yeah.
Snake. The man who died in the shower room isn't Snake. That means he's almost certainly still alive. Maybe
Portal
Snake is
reference.
Zero.
That's what. Oh, damn it! Because he's saying it now, surely that can't be it, right?
Maybe he made Guy X wear his clothes so that we'd all think he was dead.
That's too on the nose now. That was meant to be my big reveal.
Where's Snake now? He's off somewhere laughing at us. If he is Zero, he must have been lying to us about everything else. Is he watching us?
Well, I believe I've finished with my confession. Why don't we get moving?
Interesting. Moving where? He sounded as if he just finished doing nothing more exciting than describing the weather. For Santa, it was the last straw.
What the hell is this shit? You aren't going anywhere, you son of a bitch! We're gonna leave your ass here to rot!
Yeah.
Why? Because I killed Clover?
Yes!
That's ridiculous. Why are you so upset that I killed the little bitch?
Ooh. What
She
did
was
you
nothing
say?
to you. A stranger you only met a few hours ago. Am I wrong?
Yeah, unpopular opinion, you shouldn't kill strangers.
You bastard!
Oh, God. 7 roared and lifted a fist that would likely have shattered Ace's jaw. But someone else was faster. June? Lotus? It was Lotus. She stepped towards Ace, raised a fist of her own. Oh my. Drove it straight into his nose.
Blindsiding me with a punch, huh? You've got some fire, don't you?
He just
I
doesn't.
confess, I rather like a tough woman.
What? He sniffed and wiped a small trickle of blood from his nose with a raised eyebrow.
Well, maybe you'd like another one then.
Before that, let me give you one of my own.
Ooh.
Huh?
Miss President, get down! Lotus scarcely had time to blink. Ace snaked his arms around her and pulled Lotus back up against him. In the same motion, he reached into his coat pocket and pulled out the knife. Oh, wow. 'Twas a gun. Okay, 2 things. Right, not the only 2 things. First, Ace looks so much like Date here. Like just old Date, I'm just saying. Second, yes, another CG of Lotus's assets. It was a gun. A revolver. Almost lazily, he tilted it to point at Lotus's
If any
head.
of you so much as blink, I won't hesitate to pull this trigger.
Great.
I've already killed 2, no, 3 people. Don't think I'm not ready to make it 4.
Yep. He killed the 9th man.
3 people? What do you mean?
The 9th man.
Very well. Let me take this opportunity to illuminate you.
The 9th man.
The person who killed the 9th man is
Yep.
me.
That's right.
Although I suppose to be more accurate, I encouraged him to get himself killed.
Yeah.
While we were examining the main staircase, he came to me and told me his name. I recognized it at once,
Don't tell me.
so I gave him a little push. Just a little white lie.
He gave his name, which is probably one of the few that...
It seems the settings for the dead were altered. Now it only requires a single person to deactivate the detonator in the bracelet.
Huh.
Investigate what's beyond door 5. We'll meet again later.
Ooh.
And with that,
Okay. Have a good one, guys.
Huh.
I'm going off ahead now. Well then.
Why is it stopping? God damn it! You lied!
He could have just... He had 81 seconds. He could have said any distinguishing feature. Like, the big guy died with the coat. He lied.
Open the door, please! I'm begging you!
Or just any name.
Please get me out of here! Oh my god, there's no time left! Listen, I was lied to! He lied to me! He put me in here!
Yeah, who's he?
It
Just
was
say
him! He killed me! It was him!
You can't just say he. Explosion.
I had 4 reasons for killing him.
1.
As I said before, in the nonary game, the number 9 bracelet is of utmost importance. If I had allowed him to keep such a useful tool, he, or it, would have become a threat to me. As such, I decided that he should be eliminated early on.
2.
I wanted the number 9 bracelet.
Of course.
If I could manage to obtain it, I would be able to manipulate the game as I saw fit. I would be unable to acquire the bracelet unless its owner was dead. That's the second reason.
3.
Even setting aside his number, he would have been nothing but trouble for me.
As his name was Teriyaki Kubota.
He was aware of my past. He knew what happened here 9 years ago.
Yeah.
It was important that I eliminate him before he was able to disseminate this information.
4.
Lastly, I wished to conduct a simple test. A test to see if this nonary game was serious, or a poor attempt at a joke. I needed to be quite sure.
So are we on the side of Zero now?
As such, I encouraged him to act against the rules so that I might observe the outcome.
Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So whoever Ace is fighting against is I'm friends with. Should make letter.
I don't get your third motive. What the hell happened 9 years ago?
Didn't I say? The nonary game was played.
Yeah.
I planned it out, and I conducted its execution.
Yep.
Why?
Me and
What
3
on
others.
earth was it supposed to do?
I don't really think I have any obligation to tell you that.
Yeah, it's true. Ace smoked. He was trying to provoke them, and it was working. Though Ace had paid very little attention to Lotus after catching her, the gun never wavered from her temple. She looked quite pale. When she spoke, her voice shook.
Hey, what's with this gun? Where did he get this?
Why don't you tell her, Santa?
Santa ground his teeth and glared at Ace.
On the other side of door 6, we found the gun in the coffin in the cargo room, right? Bastard must have grabbed it when we weren't looking.
Indeed I did. That was a pretty serious mistake, you know.
Nice one, idiot. You could have used it yourself. Wait. Brainwaves across timelines.
Just saying you intended to leave it behind.
Ace laughed, a short, divisive snort, and gave Junpei a sickeningly pitying look.
Well, there isn't much time left. I'll be off then.
Wait, was I there? No. Oh god, it was. Oh, I didn't take the gun.
Well, where are you going?
Do I really need to explain? I had assumed it would be obvious.
Door 9.
I have the number 9 bracelet. And now I have Lotus.
Yep.
Wasn't there a door with a 9 on it in the room that looked like a church?
Who's left though? Damn. Whoops, sorry, 7.
That's where you're going, isn't it?
And how do you know that?
Santa told me about it while we were looking for Clover.
I see. Well, you are correct. That is my destination. But now I must say goodbye to all of you.
4 of us can still, like, go, you know.
And please, don't forget my warning. Move and I'll pull the trigger. I don't need her alive to open the door, you know.
That's true. Then why keep her alive? Why not just immediately shoot her? Like, I guess, yeah, it's the point of a hostage. But, like, just, like, take her out the room and then shoot her and take her bracelet. As he spoke, Ace began backing towards the door, practically dragging Lotus behind him.
Shit! He's getting away! We can't risk it.
Junpei, Santa, June, and 7 stood, frozen. Ace had the face of a man gone mad. They had no doubt he would pull the trigger. Ace had reached the exit.
Now, Lotus, open the door for me if you would.
He forced Lotus to open it, and then turned and addressed them once more.
Goodbye.
Then he stepped through the door. It fell shut. In a blink of an eye, they were gone.
Damn it!
As soon as Ace and Lotus were gone, Junpei and the others leapt for the door, in pursuit of Ace. But as Junpei laid his hand on the doorknob... Whoa, again? There was a noise behind him. He looked over his shoulder. June was kneeling on the floor, breathing heavily.
Hey, June, what happened?
Hey, June.
Are you alright?
Santa ran to June and wrapped his arm around her before she could collapse all the way.
Jesus, you're burning up. Your fever's back. Are you okay?
What is happening with that fever? We've seen this before because I mentioned the upskirt. June's fever had returned again for no apparent reason. Her eyes were watery and her eyelids drooped. Her breath came in dry, shallow gasps.
I'm okay. Really. I'm fine. You should be worrying about Lotus.
She was breathing hard now and she could barely summon the strength to talk.
But...
Junpei was torn. Couldn't leave June alone in the state she was in. But every moment they waited, Ace was farther away. Lotus's life in his hands. What was Junpei supposed to do? June's eyes drifted to Junpei's. She managed to muster a weak smile.
Don't worry about me.
Oh, great.
I just need a little rest. I'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
Don't you remember? I just needed to rest a little bit last time.
I'm gonna give this one more episode. I know that this has got surely one more twist in the tale, so I'm gonna leave it here. And surely by next episode we get what could be one of the last endings. So I will see you whenever that happens.